I'm also the co-executive director, along with Mark Robinson, who's standing here, and Bonnie Brown of the Maddie's Pet Project in Nevada. So we are just so thrilled that all of you could be here to help us launch this campaign. My background, I won't go into all the details, but obviously this is my passion, and I think that most of you are here because it's your passion too. And you probably are very aware of what most studies have shown, that pets make people healthier and happier. I assume, how many agree with that? And the more pets you have, sometimes the healthier and happier you are. But we are just delighted that we're able to have this particular event at this venue too. I left the corporate world about 15 years ago to do something that I really was passionate about, and I worked in several different communities, but I ended up at Nevada Humane Society for about 6 or 7 years, and I was just so thrilled to be a part of seeing a community really take control and responsibility for their animals and really create a true safety net here. The public, the organizations, the media, the businesses all came together, and certainly all of our elected officials too came together to make this happen and make Washoe County really a model community for the whole of the United States. So it's something I look back on with a lot of pride, and just pleased that I got to work with everybody to do that. I'm equally proud to be a part of this new venture, which is Maddie's Pet Project in Nevada, and we are really trying to create these same kinds of community-based safety nets all over the state. We're going to be focusing on increasing adoptions in the shelters that exist. We're looking at creating new and better avenues for networking for the organizations that do exist, and we also want to focus on providing or improving access to vet care out in the rural communities. And that last piece we're particularly excited about, and it was kind of neat feedback that we got a couple weeks ago from an I-80 road tour, listening tour that we did, and visiting a lot of rural places along I-80, and getting the feedback from them that they were just so appreciative that somebody was paying attention to those small communities. They may not have the numbers in people and animals, but they're still equally important, and they were just so pleased that that's a major focus of this campaign. The other thing we recently helped get going was our transport program, and we facilitated a transport of 49 cats and 6 rabbits from Las Vegas, from the largest shelter there, which is the Animal Foundation, and brought them to this shelter, which is the largest shelter here in Washoe County. The team down there was so excited, especially for the cats, because cats are often overlooked, and these cats were not always the easiest to adopt. Some of them were not like the perfect lap cat, or they had some medical issues, but they still were loving cats that deserve a home. So we were able to transport all those up here, and many of them are around us right here, and ready for adoption over the next 2 days when we do the free Maddie's Pet adoptions. So that was exciting, and even though we are officially launching the program today, we have been starting the work on it for several months now. So I would like to thank Governor Sandoval here, and Charlie, his dog, if you didn't see him, he's out here somewhere, adopted rescue dog, for supporting our effort and for coming here to help kick off this campaign. And I also want to particularly thank Dave and Cheryl Duffield, who are here, and especially honor them because it's because of their generosity that this is all possible. Dave is the co-founder and chairman of Workday, and he's also a co-founder along with Cheryl of 2 foundations, Maddie's Fund, as you'll see, Maddie's the schnauzer that you see around here, and today is Maddie's birthday. And also the Dave and Cheryl Duffield Foundation. So we are just thrilled to have been a part of their generosity in the past here at Nevada Humane Society and organizations all over the country. They have given collectively over $200 million to the welfare of dogs and cats in the United States. It's just, yeah. That kind of for this kind of cause, the largest contribution anywhere. So for individuals, so we are so pleased that they could join us today, but also that they are also sponsoring and funding this particular campaign. So it is my pleasure and honor to introduce Dave Duffield.
Before I get started on my hour-and-a-half speech, my wife Cheryl, say hi. My daughter Amy Zivang, who is part of the executive leadership team for Maddie's Fund, and my daughter Kelsey, our daughter Kelsey, who's full-time college student here in Reno and part-time in Maddie's Fund, so doing a good job. But thanks, Diane.
My pleasure.
Really, where'd you go?
I'm here.
And we're really proud to be part of this, the Kickoff Maddie's Pet Project for our home state of Nevada.
Yay.
Thank you, Governor. Almost 25 years ago, my wife and I founded Maddie's Fund in honor of our beloved miniature schnauzer. Maddie was a loyal friend and companion for 10 years. She was smart, lovable, and feisty, not unlike my wife. Yeah. She helped me through some pretty stressful times when I started a company called PeopleSoft, and all sorts of issues you have to deal with in early days, and Maddie was a continual friend in that regard. So I made a promise to her that if we ever made some money, we would give it back to her kind so that other people and families could experience those wonderful friendships. So Maddie's Fund is a fulfillment of that promise and has directly impacted over 1 million cats and dogs and helped create strong, life-saving communities throughout the United States. As Diane mentioned, my wife and I recently created a new foundation, the Dave and Cheryl Duffield Foundation, to expand our giving efforts. We are really proud to partner with Maddie's Fund, the Humane Network, and other wonderful organizations throughout the state. And we're introducing, through this foundation, Maddie's Pet Project, to create a safety net for all dogs and cats throughout the state of Nevada. And we're launching that project today. As Diane pointed out, it's Maddie's birthday, and it couldn't be more special. I can't think of a better way than to tribute her with this project. Separately, tomorrow and Saturday, we'll hold Maddie's Pet Adoption Days, again throughout Nevada. Our past adoption programs ran from 2010 to 2015 and partnered with more than 250 organizations throughout the United States. It resulted in over 36,000 adoptions and provided more than $28 million in funding. We're excited to introduce this program to the state of Nevada and look forward to the life-saving results. We're joined today by another animal lover, Charlie's dad, and someone I truly respect and admire. I'm very pleased to welcome, as Diane has already, and introduce I think the best executive the state has ever had. Yep. Governor Sandoval has served our state in public office for 24 years and will be completing his governorship later this year. I will say, and this is not in the press, he's been pretty non-committal about his future, and I, for one, have been lobbying for him to join our new foundation. To continue his really, really good work. And speaking of his good work, under his leadership, Nevada is the most veteran and military-friendly state in the U.S. It is going to be one dimension of Cheryl's and my new foundation. He has transformed our state's approach to economic development, expanded healthcare coverage, implemented new workforce development programs, and made huge advances in our public education system. He has led our state with a fervent goal of making life better for all Nevadans. And he's a lifelong animal lover. We are honored to have him with us today Please join me in welcoming Governor Sandoval.
Good afternoon, everyone, and Mr. Duffield, Dave, thank you very much, and Cheryl, thank you too for your generosity. I mean, it's just remarkable and amazing and makes us all proud as Nevadans. And I also want to thank all the volunteers. If you would raise all your hands for what you do here. Someone told me, and I think this is the first time when you get to bring your dog to an event, that's a good thing. So Charlie's back there, but you know, I have had a lifelong love affair with animals. I grew up out in Sparks, and we had sheep, chickens, cows, cats, dogs. It was a wonderful, wonderful way to grow up. And this is a little story we haven't told people. When we were kids, my brother and I wanted to be a veterinarian and he wanted to be a lawyer, and it turned out the other way because he was better at math and science and I was better at English. So it all turned out well for both of us. But you know, through the years we've had animals that have changed our lives, made our lives better. I know I speak for a lot of people. You know, that unconditional love is irreplaceable no matter what kind of day that you've had. You come home, Charlie's looking me in the face, and you know that everything's going to be okay. We also, at the governor's mansion, adopted Carson, who is a desert tortoise. And so he just woke up yesterday. He has been hibernating since October, and as we like to say, he's the only thing in the state that got a lifetime appointment. So he's going to be at the governor's mansion for the next 80 years, we think. But truly, and I know Diane said it, that what animals do for us, and you know how they help us and get us through the good times and the bad times. And then you just have to look behind me and see all these dogs and cats that are in need of help. And for the Duffields and Maddie's project to step forward and make adoptions free for everybody to come in, I think is going to really make a huge difference and give these animals a great quality of life and change the lives of the people that adopt them. You know, I was here a few months ago. My daughter actually adopted a dog here as well. Paige, she's doing well, by the way. She's doing great. But just watching everybody that was coming in and out and seeing the smiles on their faces, and I just saw a couple who left with some kittens, and they're going to take care of them until they're old enough to be adopted. It just really makes a massive impression on me, and I know others, about how meaningful it is to have animals in our lives and what this project is going to do in the state of Nevada. I love the fact that you have this no-kill philosophy so that every animal can find a home. And so I know that my animals have changed my life, and the animals that will be adopted in this weekend and moving forward are going to change the lives of so many other Nevadans. I like to call us the Nevada family. We take care of our own and we take care of our animals, right? Yeah. So I have with me a proclamation. I'm not going to read it, but Mr. and Mrs. Duffield, I didn't tell you, but today is Maddie's Day in the great state of Nevada. Mrs. Duffield, would it be appropriate if you'd step forward with Dave, and I'd love to present to the both of you this proclamation. And thank you for your generosity and what you have done for the great state of Nevada. Thank you very much.
It's only started.
Yes, we have a couple wonderful cakes that we're going to be cutting and serving up, and you'll note that Maddie's also on the cake. An edible photo, if you don't know about those. So we have some staff here that's going to help serve. Thank you all again for coming. I really appreciate it and making this day extra special to all of our dignitaries here. So thank you. Have a good day.